In this question, they ask us if the function x equals 2 over x and the function of g over x equals 1 plus x squared, calculate this. So I'm going to take a little bit more time just to quickly remind you of what we're actually saying. We say that this function in x, let's make that y. We say that y equals the function in x. So it means that y depends on what function I do with x. So y depends, which means that's the dependable, and x is independable. It means we can put in a value for that, do some function or some problem with that, and that will give me the value of y. Now, in the question, they say calculate f when this is a function of f, what is the value? And what we're going to do is we're going to use it like we do with brackets. We're first going to find the value of g in 2, which means is I have to substitute 2 in the place of x in this function, which means that g in 2, wherever I see an x, I'm going to put a 2 now. So that's all it says, which means 1 plus, there's an x, and in the place of the x, I'm going to put a 2. That's going to be my value. So 1 plus 2 is 3 squared. 3 squared equals 9. Now, this g over 2, this value is this. So I'm going to substitute 9 into this value because that is what it's equal to. So that will give us, what is the function of g over 2? So f in 9. So I'm going to substitute 9 wherever there's an x in this f function. So wherever there's an x, I'm going to substitute a 9, which gives us f in 9 equals 2. Wherever there's an x, I'm going to put a 9 now, and that will give me an answer of 2 over 9. The B question says, this was A. The B question says, write an expression for this. So I'm not going to substitute 2 in this function. So I say f of g in x. Okay, which means, what is fx? Fx was 2 over x, and wherever I see that x, I'm now going to substitute this function gx. So instead of x, I'm going to use gx. What is gx? Gx is this. So instead of having 2 over x, I'm going to have 2 over this whole function, 2 over gx. And what is gx? That is 2 in 1 plus x squared. Question C. Just going to swap the 2 around now. They say g where f in 2. So first thing I want to do is I want to find what is f at 2, which means in my equation 2 over x, I'm going to put wherever there was an x, I'm going to have a 2 in its place. So instead of x, I'm now going to have a 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. Which means that if x is 2, y, or my function, equals 1. Now I'm going to substitute this value. Which is this value, back into this function. Okay, which equals g in what when this equals 1. Now what is g1? gx equals, so g in 1 equals, wherever there's an x, I'm now going to put a 1. So it's going to be 1 plus, wherever there's an x, I'm going to have a 1 now. And then I'm going to square that. Because this 1 takes the place of this x over there. So that will give us 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And 2 squared equals 4. In the D part, they say right now G as fx. So let's quickly start. I'm not going to say equal. So what is gx? Gx is 1 plus x squared. That is gx. If I now say what is g in fx, it means wherever I see an x, I'm now going to put my function fx in there. So wherever I see x, I'm going to put in my fx. And what is fx? 1 plus, what is fx? Fx is 2 over x squared. And that's all it is.